Oh, hello everyone. It's Kyle Broder again with Kyle's Critiques, and today I am going to review the movie Antoine Fisher from 2002. This movie was Denzel Washington's directorial debut, and he definitely came in with a bang. I think that this movie. Weird thing about it is it's a movie that kind of flew under the radar. I've seen it many times, um, and I've met a lot of people who've never even heard of it and never saw it, and it was, I thought, a really good film. I really thought that it should have garnered a lot more attention than it got. It's got a decent rating on IMDb. I mean, it's got a 7, which is good on IMDb. I mean, sevens are pretty decent, solid movies usually. Um, but it's just, I don't know. I think that it deserves more credit than it got. There's a lot of things I like about this movie. I think that as a first directorial project for Denzel Washington, he couldn't pick a better thing. It's a great vehicle to start with. Interesting story, inspired by a true story, which is always good because, I mean, as much as a cliche as it is, life is stranger than fiction. It's true. You kind of can't beat the truth when it comes to this type of stuff. And, you know, I will say that to the naysayers, there's people who would watch this movie and would say, "Oh, there's a lot of similarities to Good Will Hunting." Yeah, there's some surface similarities. He's a smart guy who's comes from a bad past, who ends up meeting a therapist who is, becomes his close confidant. That's about it, though. And the whole moral of the story is completely different. This movie's more about unlocking your past and forgiving and discovering who you are. And I think that's very important for everybody. And I think this movie really drives that to the center. It really exposes a lot of things that should be thought about. I mean, there's you go through this movie and at first you notice the fact that you got this character, this young guy who Mr. Fisher, Antoine Fisher, who is obviously got a temper problem, and first you don't know what it is, and then you find out that he has this pretty much horrific past, and all you can do at that point is beyond the pity you feel for him, you just feel this pride because he's accomplished what almost anyone probably couldn't. He's beaten a past that would probably kill many people. It's Denzel Washington at one point in the movie says to him, "You're the champ. You beat everybody who's tried to beat you." And it's true, and it's this is a very inspiring, touching story. Don't really have much criticism for it at all. I mean, except for the slight comparison to Good Will Hunting, but who cares? I mean, honestly, if you want to pick apart anything, you could probably find flaws with it. There's a thing in film that the reason I didn't like reviews and critics really bother me sometimes is it's like there's this unspoken agreement that you can trash anything as long as it was made after like 1956. Before that, God forbid you touch the holy grails of film. Because, I mean, if somebody said anything wrong about, Citizen Kane or some of the greatest flicks of all time, people lose their freaking minds, But it's okay to trash anything after that. Anything after the golden age of cinema is just up for grabs. And oh no, you can't compare it to anything that's come before it. How dare you? How dare you? I just always thought that was silly. I think that whole point of view and that whole school of thought is just ridiculous. You gotta change and adapt, man. You know, to quote Brad Pitt as Billy Bean in Moneyball here, you adapt or die. You know, I always liked that quote. But anyways, back to my original point. This is a really good movie. I would definitely say that check it out, give it a chance. You will not be disappointed. Good performance by Denzel Washington, as usual. That's pretty much what you expect from him. However, what I will say is there's an even better performance. And this young man, and I tell you what, Derek Luke, who plays Antoine Fisher, I've seen him in a few things after this, but really not that much. And that kind of surprises me, because this guy is really talented. I really was impressed with his performance. I think that I thought that he had his whole career ahead of him. He's a young guy. Maybe he still would do something amazing. I mean, I've seen him in a few things, but I'd like to see him in more. I really was impressed with his performance in this movie. And I'm fairly certain this was his debut performance. I'm pretty sure. So I'd like to see more of him. Having said that, movie was great. Definitely, if you have a chance, pick it up or go on some sort of movies finding channel, whether it be Netflix. I'm not sure if it's on there, or if you have Xbox, on Xbox Video. I'm sure it's probably on there. They have almost everything. And definitely give it a whirl. I'd say it's a solid like 7.7, maybe almost an 8. It's really good. It's a really I challenge you not to feel some pretty serious emotion when you watch this movie. I mean, it's really hard not to at least feel the tear ducts welling up, man. I mean, even if you don't actually cry, because nobody cries out there apparently, but even if you don't, you'll feel something, man. You'll feel the tug on the heartstrings, because there's some pretty brutal parts in this movie. There's some pretty brutal parts, and some parts where just feel the love emanating out from the screen, and you're rooting for this character the whole time. And anyone who's had a past that is not more than exemplary and has had problems, and especially people who've had to gone through terrible things and have overcome it, I think definitely you see this movie and it'll make you feel like you're not alone. There's someone out there who also has been through the freaking ringer and come out the other side, because it does happen. So definitely see it. Antoine Fisher, 2002. You will enjoy it. And once again, 7.7, 7.8, close to an 8 is the rating I give it. And I guess that's about it. Pretty soon, I will have some new reviews coming out. This weekend, I am going to probably have a review with a friend of mine. We're going to do a review as well of Lincoln when we see it. So look forward to that one. That one is going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to see Lincoln. I've heard nothing but good things. The Oscar buzz around it is enormous. So I can't wait. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later.